Hi everyone, I'm Holly of hollygrace.ca and you're watching Hometalk. My grandmother had this old TV cabinet kicking around and I decided that it was perfect for a makeover. Lately I've been seeing a lot of cane webbing cabinets and I decided I wanted to make one of my own. So this cabinet is actually perfect because we're going to be taking out the inside portion of this door here and putting some cane webbing here. Before I do that though, I want to paint my piece. So I'm just going to be removing this slide out cabinet here. And then I'm going to make sure to give my piece a very thorough cleaning. I want to make sure that I remove any dust and debris because we don't want to trap that underneath of the paint. So before beginning, I want to make sure that my cabinet is nice and clean. I am going to be removing these roller bars here for the slide out tray. I don't need the tray for this makeover, so I'm actually just going to get rid of these. On the back here, there are some random pieces of paneling. I don't want these on here as well, so I'm just going to be ripping these off here too. Once all the pieces that I don't need are removed, I am going to be taking off the doors before painting. They have a little spring mechanism that actually keeps them in place, so I have to just very carefully pop them out. Once I had my doors off my cabinet, I realized that the frames of the doors actually came apart really easily, and the one door even broke as I was taking it out. So it was actually easy to get the inside portion of my cabinet door out, and then I could just put the frame back together. To paint my cupboard, I'm going to be using the shade Bee's Knees from Country Chic Paint. I like Country Chic Paint because it's a clay-based paint with a chalk-like finish. So I can get the look of a chalk paint without that rough feel. And I get nice, beautiful coverage every time I use this paint. I painted my entire piece. One nice light coat to begin. I made sure when painting my piece that I painted the entire cupboard, the backs and insides as well. And then I went ahead and painted the frame of my cupboard doors as well, making sure that I did nice light and even coats. I painted my entire piece and did 2 full light coats. Once the paint was dry, I came in with some gold wax from Country Chic Paint, and with just a lint-free cloth, I rubbed a bit of the gold wax just on the edging of my cabinet doors and as well on the edges of the cabinet, just for a nice little sheen on the edges of the cabinet and to add some dimension to my piece. I let the wax sit on the piece for about an hour and then I came back in with the cloth and buffed it and rubbed it in really well. For my cane webbing, I'm actually going with a cheaper option and I'm using some plastic mesh that I got at my local fabric store. It was $12.98 for a yard, so it was actually cheaper than any cane webbing that I found on the internet, but gives me the same look and appeal. So I just laid my inside of my cabinet door on top of it and then cut around it just about a ½ inch bigger on each side so that my pieces would fit on my cabinet doors. Once I had them cut out, I just used a crown stapler to attach the mesh onto the back of my cupboard doors. I made sure to pull the mesh really tight so that it was nice and stretched really tight so there were no wrinkles. Once I had the mesh attached on both my drawers, I did add a piece of mesh on the back of the cabinet as well where that open area was. I wanted to cover that in too. I found some new drawer pulls and added these to the cabinet drawer fronts that suited more to the style of my cabinet. Once the drawer pulls were in place on both my cabinet doors, I could place the cabinet doors back onto my cupboard. With my cupboard done, I can set it up in my home and add my decor touches. This cabinet is perfect boho style for my home, and I just love how I was able to do this on a budget. So this was a quick, easy DIY furniture flip that provided me with amazing results. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon.